goes on sale pretty often. So again, I think we're just gonna do some single player. I might pull people into a little bit of multiplayer if I need to farm something specific. The goal is to do Monster Hunter multiplayer eventually, but I think continuing to progress single player for now is helpful for me to get better at the game and not just let the people in multiplayer win the fights for me. My tentative plan is to pick up Monster Hunter Generations when it comes out and play that on Twitch and switch from 4U and probably just start by doing multiplayer at the launch or doing some mixture of the two. We'll see when it actually releases. Probably be after my wife and I get back from Australia. Yeah, I think you have to play it with a controller. The game just assumes you do. If you don't have one connected and you start it up, it says press start button. Yeah, I don't think you can play it with a mouse and keyboard, or if you try, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm playing Dark Souls 2 on PC with an Xbox One controller, and it controls just fine. 20 Palico, I didn't mention it was going to be 1. It's a minigame? How am I artifying? Brave and strong wild Palicos show my claws. We found them outside. I'm gonna put on the cat cam for a second, guys. As is their way, they're being cute. Sitting on the couch. Go furry, big yawn. Something's flying right toward us. No, it's from a oximeter. I can post it in chat. It's something that gave me a visual display. Anything's possible in your eye. That one's actually pretty good. Here's the oximeter I use for displaying BPM during Dark Souls and horror games. Congalala has invaded our hideout. Please send help immediately. Meow, meow, meow. They're gonna give me a legit quest. Okay, I'm the hunter minion. Welcome to use these facilities any way you see fit. Okay. Oh, right on. That's new. Walker ticket. I don't know what that represents just yet. Go try to accept some quests. I add stuff to everything. I put cayenne pepper on everything. The head whiskeress. Ah! Oh, she might actually be in that other area. Someone over here has got a quest. Maybe I'm not allowed to pick it up yet. I don't see the icon for it. Oh wait, there it is. I'm just completely blind. Last time we played, we fought this cool, like, void dragon thing. Let's break out our D20s. Wild Palico Panic. Yeah. Dead Space I usually peaked during visits to the shop. Do we really want to do 5 Slagtoth oils? Let's try the Hunt a Congalala. I wonder why that one doesn't have a quest marker on it. Alright, where do we go to eat? Get all my stuff back here. Heart rate didn't peak too much during Outlast. It really gets craziest during Dark Souls boss fights, I think. Queen shrimp and rapskin. That sounds great. Sure. Meow, there enough. Although the cat puns in this area are significantly less gratuitous and stupid than the ones in Bravely Second, where they weren't even really trying. They were just putting in meow and purr into the sentence as many times as they possibly could, whether it made sense or not. Yeah, right, Sortus, you understand. Just bad pun on loop. Yeah, I could just put on the Fat Chocobo theme. Womp 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 womp. Apparently a Congalala is causing trouble. Never seen that monster before. That'll be interesting. Map. Never actually been to this area before either. Ration, whetstone, paintball, deodorant? Cure stench. What is the effect of stench? What does that do? Does it make enemies more likely to attack me or something? Yeah. Yeah, so if I move slightly, the sensor's attached to my my index toe. I don't know what you would call that toe. If I move too much, it gets dislodged. So when I was doing the 9-hour Dark Souls 2 stream, I had to keep that leg completely still through the whole thing. It's pretty sore, dude. Stench means you cannot eat. Interesting. Probably want to eat one of those rations. Can't drink or eat stuff. Interesting. Make you nauseous, I guess? I'm trying to figure out what like the story reason is for not being able to eat. Bup. I think when we approach the right area, we'll get a little cutscene. These the wild palicos they're talking about? Like, what happens if I fight them? Like, can I recruit them if I defeat them but not kill them? Thing? Poor kitty. Well, I feel like an asshole now. Let's not do that. Yeah, I can hear that. This is a cool map so far. Huh? Is the Circle Pad Pro necessary to play this game? I have a new 3DS, which is basically the same thing. And you control it differently without it. I think I'm taking the most circuitous possible route to find this monster. It's okay, it's part of the fun is exploring. Okay, there's basically drop down. Glad there's no falling damage in this. It works in Dark Souls, it's a lot more exploration focused. It's cool, Slipped Up, I'll try to figure it out. You guys to help me out in clear chat if you see somebody giving it away. If I get stuck, I'll ask for help. Ah, interesting, Grimtus. So you end up using the touchscreen to manipulate the camera and the D-pad to move. God. I've said this before, but I was really surprised at the tone in Monster Hunter. Gotcha, sure. Or kitty. Put him to work. If you talk to Wild Pelico during a quest, they ask if you want to hire them. Oh, interesting. Forte is healing. That sounds great. Yeah, and say, sorry, Ben. We got a new kitty. I don't think there's much else going on. I think this is the way it went. No, maybe not. We'll find it though. You can have two kitties with you in a match. That's only in single player though, right? Oh man, I can name the second one Marty. Both kitties. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but I think it wasn't a bad thing, so... Yes, I've never played Monster Hunter before, so I'm trying to figure it out on my own. There's only certain kinds of wild palicos we can talk to, I guess. Some of them are just... villainous. Yeah, if you guys would like to discuss spoilers about Monster Hunter, you can use !hide before your entered command. That will let you talk to each other. You can still see that, but it will not show up in my chat, so I won't see what you're saying. Oh, I see. So it's just contributing to the maximum party limit. That's cool. It's a smart way to do it. Not the ones that mug you, right? Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, I've found those palico areas in the past. I know what you're talking about. Farting monkey is the best. Oh, he spits fart too? Gross. Alright, we'll just deal with it for now. We can always use the deodorant later when we actually need it. I'd love to get the poison effect on him here. That would be great. Cut off his mushroom tail. Oh, his mushroom bits stink too, that's cool. Ouch. Probably don't want to be facing his butt. Whoa! Ow, dude. Dick move. Gotta take this off to climb back up here. Spit fart is a perp, right? Bummer. Thought I was gonna get that. Come on. Poison? Oh, he's eating the little mushroom on his tail. Oh, that's a really cool mechanic. I wasn't expecting that to happen. So that's a chance for him to recover health. Wonder if you can destroy it before he gets a chance to do it. I'm gonna go chasing. You want to hang a left, right? You went like this way? I think this is right. Could be 5 as well. Oh, this is where the palico was. Spellbind bomb. I don't know if that's actually what I want to do in the future. If I have one of those tickets. Is it always worth just trading them if you find somebody who wants to trade for you? Hey, buddy. Oh, does it give him gas or something? Even more gas? Gonna have to use a whetstone here. Uh-oh, not gonna end well. Oh, it looks like stench wears off eventually on its own. That's good to know. throwing a 8-ball on him for when he runs away next. Perfect. Oh, is he running again? Surprising. Oh wait, no, he's getting in this poison juice. Drinking the poison? What the hell? I get the sense we don't want to stand in here. Might be a bad idea. Yeah, that seems bad. I think he stopped farting now, and now he's got a poison attack. That's the deal. Ouch. Don't think I have any antidotes this round. Oh, did auto guard actually go off there? I didn't notice it. I did press the R button at one point. Ow. This dude's a butt. And he has a prominent butt. Haven't gotten a poison off on him yet. He might be immune to it. Must be having bad luck about that. Did I bring Mega Potions? Apparently I didn't bring any Mega Potions. Okay. Thought I'd switch my item set to include it. Well, shit. Do I have anything I can combo? Nope. All the herbs and no mushrooms. Maybe I was just out of them and didn't realize it. Sucks, but it gets the job done. Small heals. Ow. Ah, it sucks. I got staggered there. There we go. There we go, big damage. Living the dream right there. You running again? Yes. If I want to attack him while he's doing that, I think he eats it so he can spit it at you later. But I don't think he's healing at all when he does that. I think going in there and getting poisoned is not a good idea. Does he do different things then, depending on which map he's currently on? If you chase him somewhere else, he doesn't have poison to eat. Unless if that exists in all the maps. Ouch. Ooh, there it is. That's the thing we didn't want to happen. And we've got stench now. Oh, at least that triggers really quickly. Yeah, I need you to do it. Hold him! God. Oh yeah? That's pretty awesome. It's gonna be all my healing. We'll see if there's anything new if we die and go back to the base. There should be new supplies. How did he just go? Oh, is he going to another area? I think he is. I see. He's going to area 7, looks like. Now I can just re-poison myself too for no reason. That's always seems like a good idea. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Slip tip. You can try to avoid backseating. It's more fun when I realize what he's doing. So tired. Still no poison effect on him though. Make him fall through that so I can mount him. No, I guess I couldn't get him. Ooh, yikes. I think that as far as like animations go, this is one of my favorite enemies that I've fought so far. He really feels like it's a lot easier to tell what his routines are and how best to manage them. I'm not getting like chain stunned like we were dealing with a little bit earlier. I know I gotta use a whetstone here soon. I'm here to do it. These bugs don't attack me while I'm doing it anyway. God damn it. I think I had like a split second left before that would go through. I hate bugs. I hate bugs. There it is. Aww. Womp womp. Okay, back up to it. I think it'd be cool if like the ambient enemies in the area drop something equivalent to like Diablo's health globes for you to heal. Maybe so you're not as expected to have this big backlog of potions and other healing items. Look out! Where'd he go? He's running away again. Area 6, got it. I am on the island, shader side. We just fought the poster child for this game, the big purple void dragon, shipwrecked on this island. Pretty cool. I think we're gonna die once against this guy since we, for whatever reason, had some issues with bringing our potions into this fight. But that's okay, we'll be able to beat him after that. Pick up some other resupplies. Perfect. Climb up on this. Nah, he's gonna knock us off. Okay. Gotta get good at doing that again. Unpracticed now. Oh, he does throw poop at you. Oh, that was just farting. Yikes. You get 3 chances to win. You lose some points, I think, if you die as well. You get the best possible scenario if you beat him without dying at all. I'm digging it quite a bit, Black Wolf. I'd never played any Monster Hunter game before this one. This is my first one. It's taken me a while to get used to it. It's definitely a little bit different. I think having played Dark Souls gave me a little bit of an advantage if I had never played that series before. They're not exactly the same kind of gameplay, but I've already disabused myself of the try button spamming playstyle. It just doesn't really reward you for spamming buttons. It's all about executing with intent and purpose. Oh, I didn't charge that correctly. Bummer, I was super close to landing too, I think. I'm gonna get to him, I don't think. Oh, now he's in a poison swamp. That's probably bad for me, huh? Try to finish him off here before something really bad happens. Might already be too late, actually. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone in the poison swamp. Thought I was gonna finish him before things got worse, but I'm all out of. I've got 2 herbs left. I've done some multiplayer. I've switched to trying to play some single player just so I can get better at the mechanics. I can kind of get away with letting everybody else carry me when I do multiplayer, so I kind of want to get used to the single player first. We'll probably do multiplayer once Monster Hunter Generations comes out, and it'll be well enough practice that I can check it out. This guy is poisonable. He has a really high resistance to it. Don't roll in the poison! God damn it. Oops. It's okay, Ben. Ouch. At least the swamp poison seems to wear off pretty quickly. Just jump back up. I think you did. Oh yeah? What am I missing in the offline, do you think? Or what? Is Generations kind of like this one where there's a lot of like game mechanics and stuff you unlock by playing it offline? Right. Yeah, I'm recognizing that. My very first session I did some multiplayer. And did a couple sessions after that that were more multiplayer focused, but actually learning how to play it I think requires doing single player for a bit. Just sleeping. Doing something I don't want to do. Nope. I want to eat a ration before we keep fighting him here. Let me do that while he's injured. Before he stinks me. I saw him limping before. Maybe he does heal when he gets in the poison. Whetstone it up. Uh-oh. This could end badly. Get him, Ben! Bummer. He hit me with poop, too, and stopped me from doing that. Oh god, what broke that? Yeah, get Ben. Good job, Ben. Ben, if you could toss a tiny heal at me, that would be super swell as well, since I'm all out of healing items. Whew! Wow. That was lucky. That was a good fight, though. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the follow, Dylan. Welcome. How's your Wednesday/Thursday treating you?
Focus go.
I know, right? I had 10 herbs on me. That was the extent of my healing. I guess Ben threw a heal at me once, too.
We've got this, Marstead. Where? Pow. Where?
Yeah, we had like a hit left.
First try.
Thanks, Ben. Now he heals me. Speaking of Ben, kitties are still being cute over there. Hey, thank you for the follow. Shader side, welcome. New people popping in. Hey, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made on Twitch. Monster Hunter series I've heard a lot about but never played before Twitch, so we're about maybe 10 hours into it. We're only playing it about once a week at the moment. We'll probably expand it. Maybe when Generations comes out, more hours. Just here for Monster Hunter, follow the schedule I usually do on Wednesday. It's like my free play day. Yeah, let's hire this guy. Can I name him? Yes. We're gonna name him Marty, because that's the other kitty. Couch right now. Somewhat similar color scheme too. I'd recommend the 3DS. Nintendo's bags, pretty much since the GameCube, has been that they don't really have killer apps on launch. I don't think it's really a good idea to buy a Nintendo console the day it comes out, but like after a year or two, they get to have really, really robust libraries. And I think that's definitely true of the DS, 3DS, the Wii, and the Wii U. It's a very strong system to own. There's lots of great games for it. Good for on the go and at home. I think 99% of my 3DS play is at home, plugged into a wall. Oh, cool, Black Wolf. Yeah, it's quite good. Honestly, most of my complaints with Monster Hunter so far are quality of life based, and there's a couple things that I wish they would change, but I don't think they ever will, just for like nostalgia tradition purposes. Like, I don't think that concealing the monster health bar is that interesting. Maybe I could tolerate not having a health bar if there were like floating damage numbers, so I could at least tell visually how much damage my attacks are doing. And I guess part of the fun is, you know, getting to know their animations and seeing that this one's working, this one's not working. Now it's weak, now it's not weak, and so on. Yeah, lots of good stuff on the 3DS. I definitely recommend it. I'm gonna see if I can find where all my freaking healing items were. Item sets. Yeah, so this is what I did last time. What's going on here? Did I go into a mission that wasn't allowing me to have items? No, there they all are. 10 potions, 6 mega potions, herbs and honey. Whatever. Alright, so I probably have to go into my house to equip the other Palico to my team, right? Go find where I'm stashed here. Fashion. Yeah, well, I think that like chasing the monster and reacting based on its animation cycles are cool. But I don't know if simply concealing the hit point value, not giving enemies a HP bar, like, is accomplishing that goal, if that makes sense. We can think that it does, since that's how they've always done it, but I think that it can still be... How can I help you? Let's see... Deploy train... Here we go, Marty. How do I deploy him as my sub? Am I misunderstanding something? I see him listed here. Do I have to like move him into the first stringers first or something? Oh, here we go. Weird. Right on. Yeah. I guess I'd take one or the other. I'd either take the health bar, I'd take the floating damage numbers. It's a cool idea. I don't know, there are some ideas in gaming that are neat, but we don't do them for issues of like fun. So an example would be a game where you had to really closely manage your like hunger and thirst bar, and a game that wasn't built around that. It wasn't like a survival game. They just, you know, plugged hunger and thirst into Dark Souls or like Final Fantasy for no reason. It's more realistic, but is it fun is the question. And at least for me so far, not really having any kind of sense of how far along I am, especially with boss fights that often feel like they're HP sponges. They just have so many hit points. Having some kind of way of knowing my progress would be helpful. But I think damage numbers might be a good solution to that. Letting you know how much you're actually hitting for, you can kind of deduce a little bit better how much you're progressing. Gangala and a Gendrome? Are you serious? I don't think I've ever done a mission that has me fight 2 giant monsters. Let's do this one. Should be able to do that. I've never seen a slag talk before, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's probably wise, True Dauber. Sure. My status. I'm gonna go talk to the guy who crafts armor. Making it an option would be smart. I think I like that too. They've done that. Okay, actually, that's a really good example to compare. Permadeath in Fire Emblem is an interesting mechanic. It's been around in Fire Emblem since the very first Fire Emblem title. But for some players, it's unfun. And for some players, the way to get around permadeath is to simply save your game constantly and load your save whenever somebody permadies, right? And save scumming isn't fun. So they add a mechanic that says, hey, well, you can still play it that way, or you can have it so that when they die, you can still res them in that battle, or they get back up, or what have you. Which is effectively the same thing as save scumming, it just skips the save scum part of it. So I think that they got the right answer there. If people like this is the way it's been forever, but we don't have to do it that way forever. Anything we can make with the guy we just killed? Maybe he's for making a weapon or something. Let me look at my... What do I need to upgrade this? Wrath? Haven't fought any Wraths, don't think. Could check the Gathering Hall. It said webbing. Is that the spider monster that I fought really early in the game? Because maybe I do want to go try to farm for that real quick. Yeah. How many people really play Fire Emblem that way, though, where they deal with the permadeath and just move on with the playthrough? You can get yourself in pretty big trouble pretty quickly in that game if you let enough characters permadie. Yeah, that's the design intent. Now, if they manage to prevent save scumming, like by doing something like Dark Souls, where Fire Emblem is constantly saving the game, so when someone dies, you can't go back and do that, it might actually work a little bit better. But it feels like from a gamer perspective, the correct thing to do is to just scum it. I don't know what the correct monster is, so we're just gonna kill some stuff and see if we get lucky. Haven't learned the monster names yet. It's my first Monster Hunter title. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Permadeath and triple damage crits do not mix. By carving it, we'll probably get one of the things that's in it. Tell us what it is. Yeah, these are right. Perfect. Tactical RPGs are fun. And like if you play Lunatic Plus difficulty on Fire Emblem Awakening, for example, you have to save scum. You physically cannot beat the game if you let people die or let too many people die. Like that's the default way of playing through. I was like, okay, you're on mission number 3 in Lunatic Plus mode. Expect to reset 1,000 times, and then once all of the fates smile upon you and RNGesus does what you pray for, then you'll finally win. Conquest shader side? Yeah, I think that if you've never played a title before, you're probably better off with the other Fates title. Birthright, I think it was. Awakening, I think, is a really good introduction to the series if you're interested in tactical RPGs. It has a lot of nice quality of life features. There's not a finite amount of XP in the game, even though that's an interesting mechanic. It's not something that's like explicitly taught to the player in every game. Oh, I like that solution, Retro. The Retro is saying that XCOM handles it by predetermining all the rolls at the beginning of the battle, so if you reload your save, the randomness doesn't change. That's wonderful. I guess you're still kind of like, once you know what the roll is, maybe you'll avoid taking that action your next time, but you're not going to save scum and just keep attempting the same action until it lets you win. Maybe Area 5? Or maybe I have to wait. I keep forgetting that monsters respawn in this one, right? So you can kind of just wait in the same area and keep fighting them. Yeah. Yeah, worrying about finite XP is an interesting mechanic in that very few games do it, but I don't know if it's fundamentally a fun mechanic. Bringing us back to the can't see the monster hit bar situation. Maybe it's just that I'm not like super immersed in Monster Hunter. I haven't been playing it for hundreds of hours, that the animations are just second nature to me. The only like sign of progression that I've really been able to notice is when the monster is limping, and that's basically when it's almost dead most of the time. I guess maybe you get a sense whenever it runs away from you that you've hit some progress checkpoint. But I think part of the fun should be there should be a conveyance aspect to it, that you're meeting a monster for the very first time, you haven't practiced it 100 times, and you can kind of figure out what you're supposed to do just based on what its animations look like the first time you see them. And I think some monsters are better at that than others. Like I think that monkey boss we just fought was really, really good. I had never seen him before, but I could kind of piece together what he was up to. There's other fights where you pretty much just have to do it to know what he's doing. Do it a couple times and then just memorize the rotation, so to speak. I've seen some games that have good solutions to permadeath. Valkyria Chronicles is pretty cool. In that one, your classes level up as a group, so like all of your engineers level up at the same time, all of your soldiers level up at the same time, and if an individual soldier unit dies, they can perma-die. But you don't feel like you're wasting a huge investment in that character, because all of the sub-units level up with them, so... There are unique features to individual characters, but you're not as stressed out about it. The 3 life system helps with that. Well, do you think that like 3 lives, like why isn't it? 2 questions. Like 50 minutes is an extremely long time, so why isn't it just unlimited? And 3 lives is very generous, so why don't you just have infinite lives? You know. There was a problem like this in Diablo 3 Vanilla when it first came out. The creative director didn't really understand what Diablo was, and implemented some mechanics that were just kind of incompatible with what makes Diablo fun. One of those was an enrage timer for enemies. If you didn't kill an enemy fast enough, it would enrage and just basically insta-kill you. And it's like, if the way Diablo works, if you've already spent, 20 minutes killing a regular enemy, that's your punishment. You don't need to be punished again by having your last 20 minutes be a total waste of time. So I wonder if that's the same thing here, that like, if you die the 3rd time, you've just wasted a ton of time, right? Yeah. I could see them doing something where like your reward is decreased each time that you die or something like that. Slides, right. I have to look to see how many of these I have, don't I? I've got more than enough. Okay, let's get out of dodge. I forgot that it doesn't mark the collect the items quests as done or show you your progress based on what's in your item pouch. And the 3 lives are shared between 4 people. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, so maybe my argument holds up a little bit better for the time limit, but maybe not so much for the lives thing. I see what you guys are saying. Right, well that's what I'm saying, like if each time you die some reward decreases, just keep doing that, until the reward is 0, so it still sucks. Like your punishment is that you took an hour to beat the monster that should have taken you 10 minutes to beat. I guess you want to discourage corpse running. You don't want to have the player feel like they won just because they kept throwing their body at something forever. Hey Bird Pigeon, how's it going? Knocking time off the timer might be interesting too. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you guys' points. I think that in this game there is no reward for, getting partway there, right? If you take 49 minutes and you've almost got the boss dead, and then the 50th minute turns around and time runs out. You just wasted the last hour, right? It's gone. You didn't get XP, since there's no experience in this game, you didn't get loot. You may as well have not even been playing the game. I think that's the part that I am concerned about. It hasn't happened to me yet because we haven't gotten to a really, really hard monster. I guess you've like maybe learned something about the fight. Kind of, if you think about it in the sense of Dark Souls, that you can try multiple times against a boss, and even though you don't have any material rewards for it, you have the knowledge that you've gained about how to approach it next time. I will not be 100%ing this game. No. My goal is to beat every awesome game ever made on Twitch, so I'm trying to 100% some of them. There's not a lot of... You don't get a lot extra for 100%ing some games, kind of squeezing blood out of the stone. And some of the tasks involved in 100%ing are pretty boring to watch, so we'll stick to main story for the most part. We'll check out extra content when it's interesting. We're not just going to skip all side quests. Reward for failure is knowledge. An option would be nice, yeah. Head whiskers. Let's grab this quest real quick. Keep getting herbs and stuff. Got the seeds, I may as well. Some do. Yeah. Well, I do feel like the average fight in this game is a lot longer. Like, I mean, that's part of the nature of it being Hunter, right? It's not like Shadow of the Colossus or Dark Souls where learn the fight and then you'll win it pretty handily in a reasonable amount of time. It's, no, you need to wear it down. To some level, your fights are a war of attrition. But I think a war of attrition, if you spend a really long time on it and you just make a bunch of mistakes with bad timing towards the end, that could be a bit of a bummer. Do the Wycoon's quest. Take a look at him here in a second. The Monster Hunters are famous for their bravery and compassion and daring do, and they're on our side. The world is sure to be safe and wait, in the sky. Something's flying toward us. Get it, Ben. Pinned down by Zamtrios. Oh man, that was the rad shark boss, right? I'm excited for that one, single player. Yeah, it's my favorite looking boss that we've seen so far. Catch fish. So many mechanics. If you like Monster Hunter, I think you should try Dark Souls. They're not the same game by any stretch of the word, but some of the lessons you've learned from getting good at Monster Hunter will carry over to Dark Souls. They're immensely satisfying games, I think.
Focus go.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome, Woody. Take some hot drinks. Okay, let's go deposit some stuff. I don't know if I actually have those hot drinks. Take a look real quick. Oh, I do have a few. Probably be some in the box when you get there too. You can only play in local multiplayer. Yeah, I think a pretty big chunk of it is how patient you are too. Honey sweetens the deal. So we need to get glue gloppers. Okay, so if I want to get glue gloppers, what's my best shot of making that happen? Oops, that's cool. Put it away. I guess do the very first gathering quest in the gathering hall. Hope we get it. Yeah, I do like that about Dark Souls, that it feels like certain bosses will give you trouble based on your playstyle. If you're very shield oriented, some bosses will kick your ass. If you're dodge oriented like me, other bosses will kick your ass. Bugs the ancestral step. Okay, got it. I do have a bug net, don't I? I have that in my item pouch. Yeah. Wonder if they'll ever get rid of or streamline gathering. It's interesting, but they've already like made it so easy to do. It almost makes you wonder why you just don't have infinite potions. Or maybe not infinite potions, but handle it like it's a cooldown type thing. Is there a particular numbered area in Ancestral Steppe that's really good for getting the glue glopper thing I'm looking for? Hold the button at a gathering point. I guess they've even got stuff like, you know, you can have an NPC in town who collects stuff for you, so you don't even have to go out and gather it. 1 and 9, okay, thank you. Got to grab a map. Nine is all the way in the northwest corner. 1 is all the way west, so back west. Northwest. Cool, thanks Shader Side, Spiky. Appreciate it. Good looking out, as they say. Come on, big money. Haven't caught a single one so far. Oh shit. I think there's another one up top here. Is there any way to know like what kind of bugs you're gonna get from a node? Do the nodes look different in any way? Any kind of tell? Or just there are bug nodes. Go interact with them. Yeah, found all the ones there are to find in this area. Go back down to 1, I suppose. Yeah. Well, it definitely feels like they've polished it. There's lots of quality of life mechanics that I noticed. Like I bet that wasn't there when the games first started. I wonder though, the series seems like it's a Japanese staple, and you have series like Dragon Quest where they're loath to make any major changes. Like Dragon Quest is Dragon Quest. The resurrection spell has to have a 50% chance to fail because it's always worked that way, whether that's fun or not. Wonder how many things are like that in Monster Hunter that they'll never change just because it's always been done a certain way. low chance being gathered. Is there a better way for me to get it? Yeah, it's like a national institution in Japan, right? So I've heard. Blue and yellow blue have rarer stuff, that's about it. Gotcha. I think I might be done. You want to try this one? Yeah, you can actually play with people on the train. There's a glue glopper. Pipe. You guys remember how many the quest said that I needed? Was it like... I guess I can go sneak by them real quick once we get out of here. I'll go cash in what I got now. All the bugs that I can get to in this area right now. I don't see anymore. We'll cash it in, we'll restock our bug nets, we'll come in again, we'll keep doing it until we have enough so we can start generating the honey. Oh right, it goes in the blue chest, and then I have to move to the red chest. Yeah, that's right. A pretty smart concept. Had one, I needed 3. Okay. Cool, so we gotta come back and get one more. That's funny, Grim Tusk. Early morning shows in Japan where they play it. Yeah. Dragon Quest is the only thing I can think of that's like that. At least you can play it online now, right? Imagine it was pretty tough back in the day. When you had to have people who physically had the game to play with next to you. And the advantage of something like a voice chat would be cool too. Let me make sure I didn't just get another Google operator here. Oh yeah, one of the first games used the PSU's online capability. Did it require the HDD add-on? I had that for Final Fantasy XI. It was a console scrub on that game. Oh, he did find one? Oh, I guess I sent it to the item box, huh? Well, I might need more, because I'll just... Since I already started this mission, I'll see if I can get one more. At least. Tap out area 1 and 9, and then we can exit. Forgot to restack my bug nets anyway. Do we use a voice chat for MH3U? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I bet that pretty significantly alters their approach to the level design and the monster design if they can count on players being able to talk to each other versus knowing that they can't talk to each other. Good enough. Yeah. Yeah, does it feel like this series is going to be bound to portable systems for a long time? It doesn't sound like they do console versions terribly often. Yeah. I think a legit MMO would be cool too. Even if it was kind of the same basic premise of that the actual monster hunts are instants and you can only have 4 people, but that you have like a persistent hub area that everyone can go and visit and talk. That would be neat. Yeah, we'll see about the NX. I'm excited. Speculation on the NX is that it's going to be like a combination of a portable system and a at-home console. Good. Very powerful 3DS that has extra features when you're playing it at home with your actual console, then you can break it off and bring the gamepad with you as a portable system. Really interested to see what their plan is with it. Pokemon Go sounds disappointing. It's too bad. And ask Propagable about it. Came out in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, are the Monster Hunter MMOs like made in China or something? I always get wary about Chinese MMOs. I'd like to get a third caravan for the Wycoon if possible. That way we can do herbs and blue mushrooms and honey. And just have a potion generating engine. Yeah. There's actually demand for grind in China in particular, a couple other Asian countries. Guild Wars 2 was a notable MMO for having very minimal grind when it launched. That was like part of their developer mission statement, is they wanted to get rid of all things that weren't fun about MMOs. And they tried to release it in the Chinese market and they didn't like it. They didn't like that there was no grind, so they had to add a bunch of bullshit into the game. Because it's so enjoyed over there. It's crazy. Yikes. That's scary, Sornus. Ben is sitting up on the couch and staring at me here. Give me the "why aren't you feeding me" look. Oh wow, two. So pink means glue glopper. I guess I could also just read the description next time instead of just spamming send item box. I didn't know that they caught bugs for you. That's cool. I think we're going to be set on those for a while. If we have something else that requires it, that'll be helpful. I might want to try to farm the Wraths to upgrade my weapon another step if people want to connect and help with that. I'll get that set up here in a second. I think I've been able to do that, right? I think playing it online will just make that go a little bit faster. Let me double check exactly what I need real quick. Upgrade weapon. Queen Rapier requires Wrath, Wing Talon, Webbing, Spike, and Scale. Probably want to do a few rounds of that. Okay, I'll let you guys know here in a second. Let me turn in this Wycoon thing real quick. Remind me how I get more caravan slots with this guy? Is it other village quests or something? Or am I maxed out at 2 here? There's as many as I can do. Get some good bugs. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I might get a third one as I continue to use them? Okay, that's cool. I see. Okay. Gotcha. I thought I did. Let me take a look. I thought folks said that I had fought a Wrath already, but maybe I'm making that up. Yeah, maybe I don't. Never mind. Wait, is it the Rathian? Or is that a different thing entirely? If it's not a Rathian, then I won't worry. It's a different monster, but I thought that was the one that you needed to fight. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm okay with the weapon I have right now. Sounds good. That's all I need to know. We'll continue the story here in Chico Sands. Fight this Zam trio, single player this time. That'll be fun. Separate monsters, okay. With different loot tables, it sounds like. Whoa, this area is really pretty. Generally, I'm really impressed at how much they're able to eke out of the 3DS. This game looks really good. I do have a new 3DS for streaming, and folks were saying that performance difference is very noticeable. I don't think I've played another game where there's really a significant performance difference between the new 3DS and the regular 3DS. So cool. Drink some hot drinks, warm up that tummy. Thank you, Guildmarm. Appreciate that. Good looking out. Have to grab rations from there too. I'd have to come back. Okay. Maybe in that case. Give me a sonic pump. Viruses. Moves ice and webbing. They're trying to scare me here. I mean, next time I don't want to bring any of my own hot drinks since they give you like 4 of them when you get here. I see a little icon now that tells you that it's up too. Yeah, no real reason to get the new one. It's kind of nice having the Super Nintendo games. Really enjoy the SNES titles. There's a couple games that are new 3DS exclusive, but if you just got a 3DS, it's not worth it. If you don't own one yet, or you still have a original model, one of the small ones, then it might be going for it. Couple kitties. Did I forget to eat food before I came here again? I think I may have. Pretty bad. I feel like it's so mandatory that it really should just be a prompt when you depart on the mission. It's mandatory and the cost is negligible. At the end of the day, is it really just like whether I've got a full stamina and HP bar? I'll probably make one real quick. One sec, folks. We'll start from here. It's much higher than this number. Get some of those rations here. Whoa! Didn't realize his range was so long on that. It would be really cool if we could actually get poison to go off on this guy. I don't think I saw that. Seeing the fin pop out of the side, that's cool. Come here, dude. This is such a cool monster. I think it's my favorite visually that I've seen so far. Ouch. Big ice breath. Zamtrio's plushie. Yeah, make him look all cute. Has he been in previous Monster Hunter games before this one? Ah, womp womp. Oh, this is his first game? I really like him. He's great. Ah, nice charge, buddy. Come on, Ben and Marty, I need you to pull him off me for a sec. Uh-oh. That's not gonna end well. Nope. Keep thinking he's started attacking my cats, and turns out that's not the case. There we go. Still poisoned, which is nice. We'll have to apply it later once it wears off too, I assume. Pretty stoked about him being poisoned. Pretty swell. Well, because I don't know my iframes on dodging yet, if they indeed exist. What's with my stamina bar being blue right now? This has anything to do with it being hot, right? Or being cold. So I have the hot drink still active, it looks like. Whew. That was pretty cool. Get him. His laser attack gave me ice blade subs. Whoa. This move is crazy. Maybe don't let him eat. Great googly moogly, man. Aww. Every time that happens, I'm so sad. I feel like, well, maybe there's a little bit you can do to control for it, but every time I start to do a charge jump attack, I kind of just have to pray that he doesn't suddenly move out of the way. Uh-oh. Oh, thanks, Marty. Good looking out. MMO style, go attack them to break the ice off of them. It's sort of like not having a hot drink. That's kind of the same effect, right? Not quite close enough. You wanted a Zamtrios plushie. Would you want it to be this fat Zamtrios? He looks so much less threatening than he normally does. Ouch. Let's do that again. Go mashing. Oh, I probably should have paintballed him there. It just occurred to me he was about to run. Oh, I see. There's a difference. Gotcha. Oh man, nice. Kill little baby sharks over here. I'm gonna have to use another mini whetstone. Here we go, I'm about to get eaten. Come on, Ben and Marty. I need your help over here, guys. Get him off me for a sec. What the hell is the shit on my back? So close to having it off, too. Don't like you. Perfect. Oh, cool. Did I, like, take his fin off there? Maybe it's just you have to attack him while he's popping out of the ice in that way. Wound the top pin. Oh, so this is getting eaten and having to fight your way out of his stomach? That's cool. Very D&D. Ah, interrupted. How could I tell which level of ice blade I had? Like what color the stamina bar is or something? Ow. I'm really good at defending his softer parts these days. Ouch. Let me heal up real quick. Turning down to 9, it looks like. Catch up from here in a minute. Bigger ice crystals, I see. Yeah, the big thing with Monster Hunter Avoidee is that you're not allowed to see the monster hit points. It's series cell. I love these. Ben being Ryo over there. Oh, he's not down here. That's surprising. Maybe he's up number 6. We'll go down to 3 first and then pop up to 6. Yeah, I wonder why they don't, if it's that important to the series, I wonder why they don't just apply it to players too and like give players animations that let you know what their hit points are. Then do away with an actual physical display. Maybe there's a reason they display it for players but not for monsters. The same argument would apply, I think. Try to sharpen again, pull up. There goes the hot drink as well. Ah, bummer. Still roll at the same speed. Looks like it stops me from using items. Thank you, Ben. Good looking out, kitty. Marty tossing out the good heals there. Oh, you can break out of ice by mashing X. I thought your Palico had to break it out of you. That's good to know. Thank you. Where are you going now, buddy? Possibly down to 3. That makes sense, Propagable, though. That's a fair explanation for it. No! Get out of dodge. Poisoned him again. That's exciting. Okay, I think I might meet a Wrath first. I thought I'd already met one, which is why I was looking to do it earlier. But definitely, as soon as we meet one, I think I'll do some online fighting versus him to farm up the weapon improvement. I still feel like my weapon's okay right now. It wasn't as bad as when I first started playing, and my weapon was awful for the longest time. So does the fact that the snowy parts of his body seem a little bit better armored not apply when he's on his back like that? Is like, does he take like a global penalty to armor's not the right word. Right. The parts of their body that are more likely to bounce back when your weapon's not sharp enough. Is armor the right word to describe that? So I'm gonna carve this guy. That's funny. Different defense values based on the parts of the monster. Yeah, so I got that it had scaly areas that were more likely to bounce, but when it was on its back, does it like receive a global debuff to that defense value? I'm inside the Zamtrios. Let's see. Ah, but it would be likely that if he was on his back and my sharpness wasn't high enough that I could bounce off even while he was weakened. Gotcha. Oh, look at all this Zamtrio shit. Awesome. Might be able to craft a set. Take a look. Yeah, I wonder if maybe wounding its top fin helped with that. Oh, you think it'll let me upgrade my weapon? Or am I able to make just straight up craft a Zamtrios sword? That would be pretty sweet. So I haven't looked in a while, have I? So... nothing Zamtrios related, at least not yet. I don't know if there's other weapons that would benefit from it. Take a look. Funsies. I can make a Zamtrios, almost make a Zamtrios hammer. I wanted to try it. Zamtrios Charge Blade, but significantly more effort, it looks like. I don't think we're going to mess with any of the ranged items. Pure physical weapons. I should look at armor. I think I already have one piece of Zamtrios. Elemental damage is better on fast weapons. Let's see. I do have a piece of Zamtrios something, don't I? Maybe I don't. I thought I could have sworn I'd made something. Let me go look in my my house real quick. Switch out item sets too over in here. Manage equipment. I have 2 Tetsukabra males? Well, that's a bummer. I don't know how that happened. Ben, cat's standing in front of my monitor here. Hey Ben. Tetsukabra, Jaggy, Nursilla. Maybe it was Nursilla that I made in Celtis. So I guess I never made a Zamtrio set. Curious what the skills are on Zamtrios. Look here. So it's got health and auto guard, right? Oh wait, no, health, ice attack, carnivore, and hunger, right? There's kind of a way for me to be able to tell what those things do. Let's see if I can figure it out. Skills. Detail. Carnivore, consumption of raw meat. Ice attack, skills that affect the power of ice attacks and free shots, which I don't have right now. Negate hunger, have hunger. Oh, that's cool. That means you don't have to use rations, or you open with rations and then you're fine. So now, in addition to always remembering to eat, I also pretty much need to remember to go back to the Wycoon and make sure that whatever quest I sent them on is done, right? Is there a reason why I wouldn't just do 1 round and check on him every single time rather than picking 3 rounds? Here come the quests. New harvest tours. I'm worried about this one, fighting 2 monsters at the same time. Is this doable because the Gendrome is an earlier monster or something? Seems like a single monster takes so long in the first place. Ah, I see. It's just saving you the hassle. I like the previous map where you couldn't even make it to the exit with the eating food was like right on the way there. Difficult to miss it. Oh, I see. Gotcha, but you don't get like additional resources for doing it for 3 rounds. It's just sparing you having to check in on them each time. If I'm following you guys correctly. Gotcha. Oh, they lower the HP for them? Okay, thank you, Black Wolf. I was really worried. I'm like, man, I have enough trouble with 1 giant monster, let alone 2. Probably, I'm curious if we end up fighting them in the same area, we just have to catch both of them. Ah, okay. Thank goodness. What's the area down here? Oh, 1 gratuity applies to the whole set. Okay, sure. So maybe once you have like going up to 10, that's really, really valuable. Is there anything stopping you from just running a bunch of really stupid, fast, dinky missions over and over just to fill that meter as quickly as possible? Oops. But as if they have hit points as if they had a single bar, I guess. Yeah, so what do dung bombs do? It doesn't knock me into that wall again. I want to get him away from the exit there. It doesn't happen again. I wonder if their poison resistance goes down too. Get you guys explained it. Does poison do a damage based on a percentage of their max health? Or does it do a set amount of damage? So like, is it just going to do 5% of this thing's health, or will it do more since the thing has fewer hit points? Oh, you can split them up. Oh, I understand. I was like, why would I want to make them run? You don't want to be fighting two at once. No reason for it. Percent of max health. Backswing though. He's going to 8, which might have the other enemy in there. Maybe that's what they're trying to teach us, that he's going to run away to an area that has the monkey there too, and then we have to deal with both of them if we didn't bring a dung bomb. That's cool. If we die, we can pick some up. Different area. Now, does that thing at the bottom say different area? Truly, if the monster isn't in the numbered map that you're on, or will it say different area until you detect them, like visually see them on the map that you just visited? Can I use that as a guide to say, okay, it's definitely not here, 100% sure, right when you walk in? Go sleepy. Maybe charged up a jump attack there. Watching for the camera change helps a lot. Thanks for the advice on that, instead of just waiting on the meter. Interesting example where like the UI, watching the UI is actually kind of unhelpful. For me anyway. I don't think this is one that plays dead. So you can keep attacking it forever without knowing for sure. Oh, it only says if they're nowhere in the zone. Okay, gotcha. So do you get less loot for these? It seems like doing a double monster mission if they both have lower hit points is great for farming. Right. It would be comparable to doing 2 individual missions where it's the only monster. I guess it depends on if you want items from both of them. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I think that actually multi-monster hunts are my favorite now. That's about the hit point value I think is right. That's about how long one of those fights should take. Long enough that you're having to pay attention, you still have to chase them, you know, or maybe they'll go fall asleep and have some other shenanigans you have to take account of. I climb to get out of here, don't I? It's this wall over here. Ah, okay. And you probably don't want to just go in and kill the one monster and then abandon the quest. Because there's usually good bonus rewards for finishing the mission. Oh, I see. The mission reward sometimes gives you more loot from that same monster at the end. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm wondering if the feeling I have of being like done with a monster about halfway through the fight. The thing that looks like a giant monster that's been captured in a web or something. Wow, that's a really cool set piece. I wonder if that goes away as you get a better weapon and you can bring them down a little bit faster in general. Oh, when you abandon, you don't keep the stuff you had. I see. Looking for a monkey, looking for a monkey girl. I'm gonna try area 7. Goes away as you get better at the game. Ah, I see. Right. Your Kelbies. Must be in 3 or 9. I think those are the only 2 I haven't checked yet. Can suicide. I wonder if that's actually an efficient way to do it. Or if there's usually a better way to go about it. We're gonna pop down to 2 and then 3 and then 8 and then 9. Let's see if we see it. So maybe it could be a 10. This is where we met the first guy. Hmm. Oh, did I run past him? Is he here? Or is he in 4? I have no idea. He was in 4. That makes sense. There's a bunch of other monkeys there. I've been there twice so far and didn't see anything. I've gotten spoiled by all the missions where it just shows you on the map right away. Plays a cutscene when you walk in. Like on the bottom level or something? Must be on the bottom then, right? Those shows unseen. Oh, is he above me? No, it's one of the little ones. Jacket is a good word. What's your restart syndrome? Why are you starting over? Maybe he's totally obvious to you guys. I don't see him at all. There's a little guy down here. It's not him, right? No, it's not him. Big version of him. Hmm. Oh, there he is. Jeez. Where are you at, man? Oh, yeah, the little guy was him. Looks like he was actually here. I don't know what caused him to spawn. Hey, look at that. Marty healed us. That was very nice of him. Monster was me all along. They look pretty similar to, farting monkey. I understand the confusion. So he has something different on his tail this time instead of a mushroom. Maybe that changes each time you fight him or something. Oh right, because there's size changes, right? It's one of the things it says when you win. It's like, oh, that was a really large Zamtrios. It's not like there's a Zamtrios in the lore. It's a species. That's better. Interrupted me, man. This was a MMO that would have been clutch on his part. Ah, I see. I was wondering if you like really like the beginning of the game and not the middle part of it, or what. So I'm wondering if he has something different on his tail, if he's going to behave differently then. Ouch. Oops. Well, it didn't count as a jump attack? Off he goes. Where's he going? Oops. Come here. So what is the nature of my healer Palico's ability to heal me? Is he using items or something? You have like a really long cooldown and a special unique ability that only he has to remove my stuff? His belly has really good armor. Also, what does the little heart icon next to them mean? I've seen that pop up a couple times. Okay. The special ability you can activate every so often. He has like a long cooldown on it. Gotcha. I think mechanically this is my favorite monster so far, and aesthetically Zamtrios is my favorite. Ah, that's a bummer. It's just short of hitting him there. Heart means they're doing their super? Oh, that's cool. Ah, bummer. Thought I was gonna get a mount there. Ouch. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, I really like having Marty. I wonder if I want to switch Ben. So Ben said he was a leader. Does that mean he has some like aura abilities that make me stronger, I guess? I could always go to the Palico board and just look at the abilities. Nope. No such luck. Up there it goes. Down to area 2, probably. Yeah. I did try dual blades, yeah. I feel like I didn't have as much control as I do with the sword and board, though. So far of the stuff I've tried, I think I like sword and board the best. I might be compelled to switch to a heavier, slower weapon. A lot of the game feels like trying to get a big opening and punish the monster. That's harder to do effectively with a fast weapon. Got him. Nice. Oh, that's cool. And first stringers, that's independent of the ones you're actually deploying with you? That's kind of cool. So maybe if I went and recruited a bunch more Palicos from healing and I wanted to have him be a better healer, I could just get them even though I'm not going to deploy them and put them in the first string. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Very committal attacks with duo blades. It's hard for you to cancel out and change your mind, back up and heal or what have you. Yeah, and the sharpness problem was definitely noticeable when I was playing with it earlier. Mm-hmm. OG cat hype. You know it. So you're saying that I'm getting probably less Kongalala and Gendrum items than I would have if I had done an individual mission for either of them. Getting a mix of the two, about half of each. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's really smart, Spiky. Glad they thought about that with dual blades. Right. Makes sense. Thanks for driving off the Kongalala on the Gendrum. No problem, buddy. Still en route. I may just eat after every mission. Just make that the muscle memory is run to the place to eat. Right when the mission ends, so you don't lose the buff from walking around talking to people. Hungry kitties, aw. Got halfway though. I don't think I'll be getting any upgrades for a while. Hunt a Lagumbi. I don't think I've seen a Lagumbi before. Give it a try. What's not bad in Generations, Grimtusk? What does GL stand for? Oh, Gunlance. I got you. Two hot drinks should be plenty. At least it was in the Zamtrios fight. Hopefully that'll be true this time. I do like how different a lot of the weapons feel from each other. There's a little bit of that in Dark Souls, but fundamentally weapons tend to work the same way. I like all the different little UI elements. So you're saying that on each map there's one area that's like the Palico area where you can actually recruit somebody, but other Palicos you see wandering around are usually enemies trying to gank your shit. What's Prowler? That's a generations only thing? Is it like a playstyle rather than a weapon? Yeah, sure, that's cool. I might try to just recruit a whole bunch of them if I can find a bunch of healers. To play as a kitty, that's awesome. That's pretty sweet. Eight. Perfect. We were just about to approach that. What's groovin'? What's groovin'? You not the groovin' kitty? One of you kitties is the groovin' kitty, right? Thanks for the first aid notes. How can I tell which cat I can talk to? Does that cat just keep giving you stuff when you talk to him? Huh. Oh wait, you're... Waffle? Healing? Yeah. Green kitty. Awesome. You can totally talk to cats. I know, right? That's a really neat way to approach it, Imagineer. It's like talent trees in an MMO. Like you've got, you know, Paladin in World of Warcraft, but you could be a DPS Paladin or a tank Paladin or a healer Paladin. I really, really like that. Waffle's already the perfect name, exactly. To go with Ben and Marty. Oh, did Gunlance need a nerf? No, jeez. Hey, this just happened in Dark Souls 2. Whoa! It's a penguin monster. Oh, I think I remember fighting this one now. In multiplayer. It's like a penguin koala. There's like two giant monster songs. There's... This one's kind of silly and this one's pretty serious. Right. Didn't charge it. Wouldn't it be cool if I could poison this guy? That looks like that's a bad thing where he just kind of stands up there for a bit. I'm worried he's about to do something. Oh, nice little roll attack. Did roll in time. Some monsters get their own song later on. That's cool. I like his belly slit attack. That's awesome. The Gumby's got a cool armor set, just visually. You said this game doesn't have like a transmog glamoring system, so you can't like change your style without changing your stats, right? I got lucky there. Glancing blow. Ouch. XA against the ledge. I think someone's mentioned that in a previous stream. Just lets me like climb up it or something? I don't think I have. Hey, we poisoned him. That's exciting. I like this guy because he doesn't have a lot of armor. Should use a mini whetstone, that's okay. Ah, bummer. And now I get to use a mini whetstone. Didn't think I could be so lucky there. Yeah, I feel like glamours would be perfect for this game. Like, it could be part of the fun is like, I just want to fight this enemy, not because I actually want to use its set, but I think it looks really cool. I do a jump attack going up or down a ledge. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I didn't notice that before. Thanks. You can kind of use that coming up at somebody to get a mount attempt. That does that count for mounting? I guess when you come down it does. Hey buddy. Probably about time to paintball at you, isn't it? Oh. I think I called the time to paintball him correctly, but now he's gonna get away before I can use it. I think he went to 2. 2 or 9. Try 2 first. Oh, so just the upswing counts? That's pretty great. Okay, so I don't have to... I keep stressing out about, like, once he gets on top of the ledge, me trying to lure him off of it so I can jump onto him. And is that unique to Sword and Board? All aerial attacks count as mounting damage. Right, no, that makes sense, Spiky. That would be cool. You could. Thought I was gonna jump strike there. I wasn't a high enough ledge, apparently. Does it have to be a short ledge? Like this one's a little bit too low? Or too high, I mean. Get him! Bummer. I thought I was gonna get that for sure. I think I know where he's going, but why not? Yeah. Did they add glamours or transmogging into Monster Hunter Generations? It's one of those, it's not a, you know, talk about it on the stream a lot, like be careful with asking questions like why don't they just add a glamour system? But that said, glamoring is an easier system to include. It's not like a major mechanical change to the game. That's why you see it so often in games that aren't really even like fashion focused. Even had glamours in, what was it, Xenoblade Chronicles? This is a single-player game. That's cool, Imagineer. Nicaragua? How crazy is relic farming? Is that like a people who are really, really into Monster Hunter, crazy many deca-hour time sync things? Hey, perfect timing on the warming effect wearing off. That actually went pretty well. I think we're getting a little bit better at sword and board. I feel less like I'm mashing the button. Before I would try to use the like jump strike where you jump back and charge it, and then it would only happen 30% of the time as I expect it to happen. But I'm favoring a shorter combo to guarantee that I get to land that now, and it's helping. You get Diablo style randomly generated loot from guild quests. Ah, okay. Trying to get like the ideal set of that. We're spending a lot of time on it. It wasn't a armor sphere, was it? Heck yeah, we're gonna hire Waffle. We're not gonna rename him. His name is perfect. You'll know it. Basically, you're just getting relic after relic after relic and deciding whether the stats are good and synergistic with the stuff you already have. Yeah. It reminds me of farming for rares, for yellow items in Diablo 3 Vanilla, again, to come back to another game. It worked, but it wasn't fun. Waffle. Enthusiasm is a function of how much you've used them. This is the kind of thing that should give people... It gives me anxiety when it's like, hey look, there's an enthusiasm meter for the optional first stringer cat. His forte is healing. Oh my god. I can't wait to play Shut Up and Jam... Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden, Chapter 2 of the Hoops Barkley saga. Because they do some... They parody excessive stats like that. Like piety and... have like Vim as a stat. Makes him perform better. Gotcha. Appeal was simple but appealing. Okay. I'm not gonna ask. Must be the Zamite quest. Didn't you guys say that like the quest you need to progress the story isn't always obvious? The game doesn't always tell you that, you know, highlight it and say, yeah, you want to do this one. If I wanted to get armor sphere pluses, where would I go for that? The counter's doing its job though, right? Can look it up. Right on, Grimtusk. Yeah, once we unlock the Wrath, I'll do some farming with viewers, so probably next week. Thanks for being available though, sorry about that. I think that I agree though that I should probably play a bit more single player of this, just to kind of get the feel for it. I think that once I've caught up on monsters, maybe we can do some more multi too, so maybe next week. Need to do more mining. I'm gonna bring this with me to Australia, although I guess it'll be Monster Hunter Generations then. Maybe I'll do some single player stuff in Monster Hunter Generations and stick to it being online here. Might be able to actually record it on the plane if I bring my laptop with me. Yeah, I'm going for about another 20 minutes tonight. The hot drink mechanic is interesting to me. It's like, you almost don't even have to worry about it because it lasts forever. And they give it to you in the box. So really it's just kind of a flavor mechanic. Like, oh, you're in this cold area, you want to keep warm. And I think like you'd really have to screw up. Unless if there are monsters that interact with it that can like remove buffs or something, so you have to carry multiple copies of it. Right. Place is dangerous. Don't know what this monster looks like, so we're just gonna kill shit. That is Banahabra. That is not what we're looking for. Zamites. Oh, they might be the little, because it sounds like Zamtrios. I think they at least try to name the little versions of giant monsters similarly to the giant monster. These little guys, right? Little shark dudes. Whoa, gross. I'm gonna need something to do. It's a, I think, 15-hour flight, 17-hour flight, a really long flight. What's the subquest? There isn't one. Just kill all those animals. They're so cute. Might be excessive, but I think I'd like to see a little bit of like on-screen indication. I guess they don't really have a lot of screen real estate for it. Not on the top screen, but something on the bottom screen that like registers whenever you progress a quest. You like find an additional item or you kill an additional enemy that counts towards it. Oh, there we go. There's 5 monsters left. All right, I'll take it back. Sorry, game. You were already doing what I was asking for. I like their approach to the bottom screen in this game. It's like basically giving you a bunch of extra buttons. And then you can customize it. I think that's perfect. Looks like they do, in fact, respond. I might actually look up the story progress missions next time we play. Didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Oh, your chat got busted? They just grab onto you like that. It's funny. Can your cats ever kill these little enemies totally on their own? That guy just evolved into a bigger one? I don't know if I completely understood what caused it to get big. I don't think it like spawned there. Weird. Twitch is still pretty twitchy about that. IRC is not the best chat client. They can just kill something solo. 2-0 in this case. Oh, are they gathering over here? That's cool. I didn't realize that they did that. Did they have different, like, gathering, like a gathering instance, I guess? Like, maybe they'll bring back some bones since they were on the node, but it doesn't count against my gathering capability. Later in the game, drinks won't be in there for free. Sure. So then it's a crafting tax. You have to know the area and have spent the time collecting the items that you can craft. I understand. The item box ever become completely empty? It is stop giving you new stuff altogether? I think I'm almost done with this one. I have to kill 2 more. Thought they would respawn here. It's not. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you get a big army of cats. How many cats can you have maximum? Funny question. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you're incentivized to bring cats to the gathering nodes on a map, it sounds like.
Focus car.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I wonder why they don't mark them in some way, Imagineer. I feel like they could just mark that, hey, this is a key quest that's going to progress the story. Sometimes they do, but not always. How many cats can I have maximum? You know it. I'm absolutely a cat lady. Ask people who are friends with us on Facebook. Always tell me, post more pictures of the cats. Actually, I posted a pretty good one on Discord. Marty does this thing before stream, we call it Marty Petting Time, where he like comes up and meows at me, demanding that I like lie down on a couch so he can jump up and get pet for about 10 minutes, and then he leaves once he's done with me. I got a pretty good picture. I'll throw it on the Marstead IRL, basically Cats IRL channel on Discord, which is at discord.marstead.com if you want to see cool cat pictures and occasionally pictures of other stuff. Not directly video game related. He's so soft and pretty. People already looked them up and you have that problem. Mining here is where you get Armor Sphere Plus. Okay, thank you, Black Wolf. Maybe that's something I'll do offline if I get a chance to boot it up. Yeah. Are there some multi-quests that are like egg collecting? Egg collecting I'm not the biggest fan of, I think. Yeah, there's the bones he collected. Ben is now living level 2. Oh, it's adorable, Black Wolf. It can be frustrating though when like the least interesting quest is the one that progresses the plot's harness. You go through everything else. Humble scrap, particular. Is it a harvest tour that progresses the story? I seriously asked that question to chat, that wasn't rhetorical. Is it a harvest tour to progress the plot here? Oh, maybe we just have to go to this island and they'll give me another quest. Sure can. Sure. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Speak of the devil. God, you can send them on retainer missions? Hopefully that's not required. Iron scraps can be used to forge equipment. Oh, thanks, I'm good. We got another actual mission here. Harvest tours are never key quests. Gotcha. Oh, this game has more plot than any previous title. That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. Head Whiskers is a pretty good play on words. Najarala. Oh, I can hire the palicos in the back for free. Okay, could get them. The dudes that have shown up in cutscenes earlier, you mean? Okay, you're not gonna have it. Let me go do that real quick. Diddles. Bombing Forte. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. Tell you when paintball's about to run out. Dan and Marty hanging out. Yeah. The bombing forte is bad. Honestly, I feel like I just want to have all healers, Pelicos. I don't really want to rely on their AI to do anything other than top me off and remove my status effects. Is it better to have a leader with a first string that's all healers, or is it better to have a healer in that same Pelico slot? What's up? Probably won't get to the Najarala today. Got about 6 minutes left, and I think the mission will take quite a bit longer than that, so I'll keep doing some maintenance around the town here, checking stuff out. Some on retainer missions. Gotcha. Oh, okay, so maybe I misunderstood. My main cat, Ben, will always be a leader. I can't, like, swap him out for somebody else, and in fact, I shouldn't want to anyway, because he's very strong. He's the best possible cat, and the only cat with a leader class that I can recruit, I presume? Possibly incorrectly. You don't prefer not to have cats at all. Why is that? That's interesting. Oh, I got some bumble pumpkins. I needed those for something. I think it was for upgrading some other weapon that I ended up not using though. Sounds like he's speaking Chinese. Mandarin. Fashion an airship from our old vessel, then we can share out the Catholic air. That sounds pretty cool, man. Interesting. Oh. Huh, I wouldn't have thought about that. I would have thought that, like, having the monster occasionally focus the cats would help you. That's super interesting, though. Toggle display. Wonder why they made, like, ranged versions of all the items. Maybe it's so that you can't progress through the game on, like, the ranged track or the melee track, whatever's easier for certain monsters, and then automatically have a good set for a melee weapon. I kind of want you to experience the game. Holy shit. Too many Christmas. Cats are freaking crazy. The Zamtrios is pretty cool looking. I think Tetsukabra and Zamtrios are like the two ones I like the best so far. Ursilla's pretty neat looking. I like the big shoulder pads. The vest looks a little bit cooler. Yeah. Well, I'm wondering why they didn't... Instead of making you, like, collect the gear separately, they could have just made it the same gear, and just when you are using a ranged weapon, your defense goes down. But I guess the ranged focus skills might be a different side of it. You basically have to, if you want to both level up a ranged weapon and a regular weapon, you have to invest twice the resources on it, right? Hey cat, how's it going, man? How you been? Look at decorations. I was working on gathering. Here we go. That's what we need the bumble pumpkin for. We only needed one of those too to drop the gathering penalty that we currently have. That was a good choice. So I'm gonna look at my status here and confirm that I understood all that correctly. -10. So right now my total gathering is -8, so I'm not getting a penalty if I'm getting that correctly. Gotcha. I don't have sharpener, I would need to get up 7 additional points. Torso up is just a passive thing. And these ones I've got defense up small and the health plus 50 from having a vitality gem. Oh darn. Okay. Hooray! I get it! Cool. Yeah, I think it'll be a good stopping point for now then. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see if we can find somebody else who's playing Monster Hunter to throw a host to. I'm going to give you guys an update on what's coming up for the stream for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we're playing some more Little Battlers experience for the 3DS. Friday, expect to see some more Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2. Next week, we're going to be playing Dark Souls 2 again once we beat it. I don't think we're going to beat it next week. The DLC seems to be pretty robust. We spent all of today on it and still didn't finish one of the 3 DLCs. But anyway, once we beat Dark Souls 2, we'll be starting Bloodborne. I'm really looking forward to. We'll also be starting Albert Odyssey next week, and you'll see some more games in Patreon subblock then. Monster Hunter will return next week, Wednesday. Thanks, folks, for hanging out. Let's see who we can find for hosting. First doing viewer hunts. Yoro, B0R0. I should mention that it still looks like we're on tonight for some Final Fantasy XIV starting at 7 o'clock Pacific, so that's 2 hours from now. We'll be attempting the Weeping City raid again, which is a 24-man event that includes some really cool Final Fantasy IX boss hype if you've ever played that game before. So if you're able to tune in, check that out. Hopefully we'll actually win this time. We wiped a bunch last time and ended up having a code abandoned. We'll give it a shot a couple hours here. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Good night. See you in a couple hours.